Welcome to Minneapolis High School basketball here on 910KNA.com, as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8 in Minneapolis, as the Minneapolis Lions and the Hoisington Cardinals getting ready to do battle here in the second round of SubState, with the chance to move on to play in the championship tomorrow night. Minneapolis coming in at top seed, Hoisington Cardinals a number 4 seed. But Mike, Dale, a team we've met before.
You know, it's a really exciting time of the year. Minneapolis has been playing for the league title here and accomplished that goal with a tie with Sacred Heart. But little different type situation here, and post-game or post-season tournament play, there's no tomorrow. You have to win to move on. And as you mentioned, Scott, we played Hoisington at Hoisington and had a kind of an up-and-down game. Minneapolis in control of the ball game until we hit a drought in the third period, and all of a sudden their 6'4" guy steps outside the arc and hits 3 bombs on us, and that's kind of all she wrote.
Yeah, and that one person that later on kind of found out that really he was under the radar. Really hadn't looked at him much, but I'm sure that they will be looking at him tonight. They've got 2 young players, a freshman and a sophomore, in Cody Stetler, at least 6'7", maybe taller than that, freshman, and then a Derek Kaiser, which was the sophomore that you talked about that hit 3 big 3-pointers against us the first time we played. As Minneapolis will, I'm sure, made some adjustments. Coach Shoup was able to go watch them play Tuesday night, since we were able to play Monday, and see how the boys come out and how they react. We're in Beloit, a place that has not been very kind to us over the years, but
the last time we played at SubState here, we won it all.
We did.
Yeah.
Well, okay, then I apologize.
But otherwise, it hasn't been. You're right.
Yeah, our league play here has been kind of up and down. It's been a tough place for both the girls and the boys, especially the girls. So the boys have been able to, as Dale mentioned, get a victory here and there. But, you know, Minneapolis caught that drought down in Hoisington in the third quarter and found themselves behind. And all of a sudden, Hoisington hit 12 of 17 free throws in that last quarter alone. And that was pretty much the difference going down the stretch. They hit their free throws. And as Scott mentioned earlier, we had to foul to try to get caught up. But I think it's going to be a little bit different ball game down there. They were just kind of hot from the outside. All of a sudden, there's a kid that steps outside the arc and hits 3 threes on you. You're not expecting that, but I'm sure Coach Shoup has prepped the boys for the worst-case scenario, and really, the Hoisington Cardinals are more of an inside team than shooting the ball from the outside.
And they do have the size on the inside, which you know, he hit 16 points. You know he's probably going to get his points. Just going to have to work on them and take the ball to him, and hopefully that he's going to get into foul trouble, and hopefully that'll cause some issues there. But Minneapolis, the home team, coming in here to take on, as I said earlier, the Hoisington Cardinals here in the Beloit Substate, as Minneapolis and Hoisington about 2.5 minutes away from the start of tonight's game. As you know, going back to the playing at Hoisington in the Hoisington tournament, you know, that was on their home floor. We kind of, if you take out the third quarter, we did a great job in that ball game. We kind of controlled. Actually, we won the scoring well, we tied the scoring in the second, won the scoring in the first, and won the scoring in the fourth. But the third quarter was the difference, was the game breaker, as they scored 17, we scored 5, but 9 of those points came with 3 big threes, and they were back to back to back. They were very quick, and that just kind of took the air right out of us.
We had good play down there by Grayson George and Logan Weedle, and we anticipate that to happen here tonight also. I really think in the 2 prior games that leaded up to this one, Keegan McCoy had really led this ball club and took it on his shoulders, and scored his 10, 12 points. But for the most part, senior leadership's a big thing, and Keegan leads this team by example. and he has the energy to put out on the floor, and the boys follow suit. So, you know, if that energy's out there and the good defense is being played, I think Minneapolis is going to come away with a victory here tonight.
I like our chances. It will be a tough match, and by far will be a tough match. But Minneapolis is going to have to come in here and fight hard and play their game, and somehow fight to come away to play another night tomorrow night. So Dale Leach, Mike Perry, myself, Scott Osherman here as Minneapolis and Hoisington about ready to do battle. Hoisington in their home red, or in their traveling red. Minneapolis in their home white, even though we're on the Beloit floor here. As
well, we've noticed through the year, Scott, when Minneapolis plays that good, tough, tight defense, they've been in every ball game and actually just really controlled the ball game when they play that good defense.
When they play that good defense, absolutely. Starting lineups for the Hoisington Cardinals. They will start 2 seniors, a junior, and a sophomore and a freshman. So for the start, Jeremy Smith, a senior for the Cardinals. For Minneapolis, 5'9" junior Casey Argenbright. For Hoisington Cardinals, Brady Demmel, a junior for the Hoisington Cardinals. And for Minneapolis, a 6'1" junior Grayson George. 5'11" senior Tanner Klug, a senior for the Hoisington Cardinals. For Minneapolis, a 5'10" senior Logan Weedle. 6'4" sophomore Derek Kaiser. He's the one we talked about earlier. Was he a starter last time?
I believe he was, yes.
Okay. So, and then for Minneapolis, a 6'3" junior Dylan Crossan. 6'7" freshman Cody Stetler, a 6'7" freshman for the Cardinals, and for Minneapolis, a 6'3" senior Keegan McCullough.
You know, you think 6'7" and a freshman not able to chew gum and walk at the same time. This kid's got skills far beyond his age. He plays rather well as a freshman.
Than any of them we played this year.
Yeah, by far the best looking big man that we played.
I have to agree.
We played some big guys, 6'10" kid, but this kid he's got some muscle on him, he's got some size on him, and he's got some great ability. If I remember right, good footwork as well.
Yes.
So Minneapolis, no slouch as well, as they play well against some big kids.
They've held their own and actually played. I don't think we've gotten out-rebounded that bad by any tall team, and all the teams have been taller than us. The ones we do match up with, we out-rebound and we hold our own real well against the taller ones, as we've seen in the past, especially against Hoisington here.
Hoisington Cardinals, as Cody Stetler will jump against Grayson George as we get ready for the start. Ball is up, and ball goes into the hands of Demmel. Demmel will hand it off to Smith. Smith will set the offense up for the Cardinals. Back on the outside goes to Klug. Klug back to Demmel. Demmel swings it on the inside, goes the inside, and he travels with it. Big guy, Cody Stetler, gets the turnover.
Boy, they double-teamed him. Argenbright behind him, and Dylan Crossan in front of him. They collapsed on him. That's great defense there.
Argenbright will bring it down to set up for the Lions. Gives it over to Grayson George. Grayson on the outside, swings back over to Dylan Crossan, back to Weedle. Weedle back to the top of the key, goes to Argenbright, back to Crossan. Crossan back to Grayson. Grayson swing pass over to Casey Argenbright. Argenbright looks to the inside, has nothing, pulls it back around, back to Grayson George, back to Crossan. Crossan on the inside. So will step back out, give it to Argenbright. Casey back to Weedle. Weedle to set it back up. He'll take the three from the outside, off the mark. Dylan Crossan, Casey Argenbright with the rebound. Nice box out by the Lions. Back to McCulloch at the top of the key. Swing pass over to Grayson. Grayson looks at the shot, and he'll have it swatted, but picks it back up. Back to Argenbright. Back to Grayson. Tight defense on Grayson George. They look inside, have nothing, goes back to McCulloch. McCulloch gets it in to Crossan, the turnover back to Minneapolis, but gives it back once again, another turnover. Minneapolis has another shot at it. Scoreless ball game here, 6:35.
Fast break was there, but the lead pass was way out in front.
McCulloch gets the ball on the inside, and the bucket. Nice job, Keegan McCulloch, as he boxes out, and the big guy goes over the back and fouls him. Keegan McCulloch with a nice box out. But let's go back for a second. Dylan Crossan did a nice job of going up in the air with the big guy and tipped that ball. Stetler will pick up a foul. McCulloch will be at the line for an and one here.
Keegan with a great head and shoulder fake gets the big guy up in the air. It's his first personal foul. Boy, we could use him riding the pine, couldn't we?
Absolutely. 3-0 Lions with the lead here as Smith will bring it down for the Cardinals. Smith hands it off to Klug. Klug back to Smith. Smith on the outside, drives in, passes it off. Nice inlet pass to Kaiser as they get the drive and the bucket. Back on the outside goes into McCulloch. Turnover will go back to the Cardinals.
Kaiser reached in there and tipped that away. I thought maybe he was a little bit over the back.
Klug back on the outside, back to Smith, back to Demmel. Demmel, swing pass, looks at it, picks up his dribble, swings it over, goes the inside, and the bucket goes into Stetler as Stetler gets the bucket, 4-3, as they go twice on the inside to the big guys. Crossing back to Grayson. Grayson back over to Argenbright. Back to McCulloch. McCulloch back to Weedle. Swing pass over to Grayson. Back over to McCulloch. McCulloch drives in. Back to Argenbright. Casey will take it in. And there's a foul on the floor. Nice job, Casey Argenbright, as he drives it in. Foul will be called on number 24, which is Tanner Klug. Klug is what they're calling.
I would have called it Klug.
I would have too. Oh, turnover on the inbounds. Good hands by
Kaiser.
the Cardinal.
Yeah, great hands there.
Smith on the outside, drives, picks up his dribble, gets it back on the outside to Klug. Klug gives it back to Dremel. Dremel back to Smith. Smith, oh, nice inlet pass. Oh, wow. That was a pretty pass as they get it into Derek Kaiser. 6 points on the inside, all by their big guys, and another turnover by Minneapolis. And the charge. Nice job, Grayson George, as he steps in and takes the charge, as Grayson did a great job on that one. So, and Cardinal coach is going livid on that one. Charge, as Jeremy Smith gets the charge call. Ball will go into, back to Argenbright. 6-3, Cardinals with the lead. Back to Grayson George. Grayson swings it over to McCulloch. Back to Grayson, and a foul on the floor called once again. This one is on Jeremy Smith. That'll be his second personal.
Good deal.
14 fouls. The Lions 0.
Coming in for Ryan Bieberly, checks in for the Cardinals. Bieberly, a junior, gets it to Grayson George, Logan Weedle, and he nails the three. Nice three by Logan on from the right corner.
That's what it's going to take, Scott. We're open and we hit down, knock down that three ball. We're going to be in good shape.
And the outside goes, shot off the mark, rebounded by Grayson George, as Kaiser tries to hit a three from the outside. Shot is up by McCulloch, no good, rebounded by the Cardinals. Shot is up and off the mark, rebounded by Grayson George. Oh, Kaiser comes up the rebound somehow, and he gets the bucket. 8-6. Cardinals with the lead. And McCulloch will travel with the ball from the top. Turnover will go back to the Cardinals.
8-6, Hoisington by 2. Not a good time for a turnover down there. We had the ball and couldn't hang on to it. And an easy one by Kaiser, and he's got 6 of their 8 points.
Ball will be set up by Bieberly for the Cardinals. Bieberly swing pass over to Demmel. Demmel picks it up, swings back over, wide open is Kaiser. They get it in the inside, and oh wow, nice soft touch by Stetler as he gets the bucket on the inside.
He gets down low. Man, he's tough.
Back to Owens. Back to Argenbright. Argenbright drives in and has it blocked by Stetler. And 10-6, Cardinals with the lead. 3:11 left to go in the first quarter. Demo with the ball. Gives it back to Kaiser. Swing pass. Oh, nice pass on the inside, off the mark. And that's off of Red. Back to Minneapolis. Nice pass by the Cardinals.
Boy, they almost had another easy one down low.
Doherty and Yoxel getting ready to check in for the Lions as Michael Richards, a senior, checks in for the Cardinals.
And Luke Becker is the other new Cardinal there, number 34.
34, I didn't see that one. Sorry about that. He's another tall guy.
They're all tall, aren't they?
Doherty will bring it down to set up for Minneapolis. Back to Grayson. George on the outside, back to Owens. Owens swing pass over to Doherty. Doherty passes it over to McCulloch. Off the mark, and it's going to be off of White. It'll go back to Red.
I don't know if that was a great shot selection there or not.
Yeah,
going
tough
in
one.
underneath that 6'7" kid. It's
Tough to get a shot off, period.
Yeah, it's true.
10-6, 2:35 left to go. Cardinals with the lead.
And the freshman positions himself real well under the basket. He does a great job.
Doherty comes up with the loose ball after the missed shot. Grayson George on the outside for three.
Right.
And he drains it. Nice shot, Grayson George, as he hits a three from the left corner.
That'll make up the difference quick, won't it?
Timeout called by the Cardinals at the 2:12 mark. Minneapolis within one, 10-9. We will take a quick timeout with them. You're listening to 910kennedy.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
Farm Bureau's wide range of insurance and financial products help protect what's most important, your family, auto, home, and other possessions. Call your Farm Bureau Financial Services agent in Minneapolis, George Dressy. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company.
Let's make it delicious. Let's make it fast. Let's make it a meal from KT's in downtown Minneapolis. KT's, home of the almost world-famous hamburger. KT's wishes the Lions best wishes during the upcoming season.
Welcome back to Beloit, Kansas, as Logan Weedle checks in for Tyrell Owens. So on the floor is Crossan, Doherty, George, Weedle, and Yoxel.
Not a secret who Hoisington's scorers are. We look back on the past game, and it's Kaiser and Stetler doing most of the scoring for the Cardinal.
Back on the outside goes in the hands of Demmel. Demmel, swing pass, swings it over. Nice pass on the inside, and it's going to be fouled by Grayson George over the back. And at the line will go Luke Becker for the Trojans. First shot is on its way and short.
Dude. Terrible shot there, Scott. It barely even hit the front of the rim.
Dustin Broder checks in, as well as Casey Argenbright, as Doherty will have a seat, and Stetler will have a seat for the Cardinals. Second shot is on its way, and it's good. Ball will come back in the lines. Argenbright will bring it down. 2 minutes left, 11-9. Cardinals with the lead in the first quarter. Argenbright back on the outside to Grayson. Grayson into Crossan. Crossan, and he makes it. Nice job as gets a little head fake. Could have been a travel.
Possibly could have dragged the
tied up at 11. So Bieberly on the outside, gets it back on the outside to Becker. Becker will swing over to the left-hand side, drives all the way down, pulls it back out, swing pass over to Bieberly. Bieberly looks on the inside, he'll drive off, pulls it back, picks up his dribble, gets it back on the outside to Demmel. Demmel back to Plug. Plug on the top of the key, Becker. Becker back to Bieberly. Bieberly sets the play, minute 15, gets it back over to Broder. And there's going to be a foul down low. Not sure who it's on.
Yoxel, I think.
It is. Andrew Yoxel with his first personal foul.
Second team foul.
Back in, number 32, Derek Kaiser, doesn't get much of a breather.
It's a second or third time in a row Becker has drove the baseline down there, able to get to the rack.
Goes back on the outside, goes to Kaiser. Kaiser back to Bieberly. Bieberly drives, shot up, off the mark. Rebound by the big guy, and there's another foul. That was Crossan with the foul. Broder gets position down there.
Yes, he did. He had great position down low.
Keegan McCulloch will check back in. First shot is on its way, and it's off the front of the rim.
Minute 1 to go in the quarter. It's 11-all.
Yoxel will check in. Yoxel will come out as McCulloch checks in. Second shot coming. Shot is on its way and off the mark. McCulloch gets the rebound. Gets it back in the hands of Argenbright. Tied up at 11, minute left in the first quarter. Casey gets it back to Grayson George. Grayson back to McCulloch. McCulloch back to Crossan. Crossan back to Argenbright. Argenbright will move it around back to Grayson George. Grayson guarded tight by Becker. Back to Argenbright. 35 seconds left. Back to McCulloch. Back to Grayson George. Grayson swing pass over to Argenbright. Casey back to McCulloch. 25 seconds. McCulloch brings it around to Crossan. Crossan back to Argenbright. 18 seconds left.
Boy, we tried to backdoor Richards. He's right on Weedle. I thought they were going to have that backdoor pass, but it quick on the defense.
Grayson George for three, off the mark, and misses it off the mark. That's the end of the first quarter. Ooh, it wouldn't have counted, but wow, that was close.
Three-quarter court.
Three-quarter, so.
I didn't even bother to follow it because I knew he didn't get it off in time.
Tied up at 11 at the end of the first quarter. Very similar, 12 to 11 in Hoisington it was. So tied up at 11 here at the end of one. We'll be back in just a second. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communications Channel 8.
The State Bank of Delphus and the Ottawa County Bank in Minneapolis are locally owned community banks, committed to making your banking experience as easy and personal as possible. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
City Pharmacy has brought to you quality professional pharmaceuticals since 1963. Joe and Amber Wool will help you with your medications, durable medical equipment, cosmetics, gifts, and greeting cards. Your hometown pharmacy, City Pharmacy, downtown Minneapolis.
Ada Grain is proud to be a sponsor of Lions Sports and hope that the boys and girls have a successful season. Ada Grain believes that sports and a quality education go hand in hand, building strong bodies and minds. Roth Repair. It's fast, it's furious.
Welcome back to Beloit, Kansas, as Minneapolis Lions and the Hoisington Cardinals tied up at 11 here at the end of one as we get ready to start the second quarter. On the floor for the Lions is the starting lineup as Grayson George will inbounds. Gets it into Argenbright. Casey will bring it down to set it up. Casey looks to the side for the play call. Rolls to the right-hand side, picks up his dribble. Gets it back to McCulloch, and there's a kick. So Grayson George will bring it back in.
Both teams with their starting lineups out there. Even Smith is out there with 2 personal fouls for Hoisington. Boy, Kaiser's picked off 2 or 3 of those, and there he almost got another one.
Got some tall, long arms, and he plays well on defensive side. Nice job by Keegan McCulloch. He takes it into the trees, and a great reverse layup. Gets a nice finish.
Kaiser had to adjust his shot there due to McCulloch's defense. It was off.
And Argenbright brings it back down for the Lions.
Great box out.
Logan Weedle for 3.
Oh, man.
Off the mark. Grayson George, and he travels with it. Great hustle by Grayson. He come up with it, but they said he walked with it down on the baseline.
Great box out down on the other end, and Argenbright able to sneak in there to get the rebound, and Minneapolis with a 2-point lead.
Back to the Smith, brings it down, gets it back over to Klug. Klug Back over to Smith. Smith looks into Stetler. They get it into Stetler. Lowers ahead, off the mark, rebounded by McCulloch.
I hope he shoots out there like that all night long.
Absolutely. McCulloch back to Weedle. Weedle back to George. Back to Argenbright. Back to Argenbright into McCulloch. Back to Logan Weedle for three. And he makes it. Nice job, Logan Weedle, as he hits a three from the outside.
Yeah, good inside-out ball movement.
Nice ball movement. Sorry about that, Dale. What were you saying?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Just said score, 16-11, Minneapolis.
16-11. Smith on the outside, back to Klug, back to Kaiser. Kaiser looks on the inside. Back over the top it goes. Backs his guy in, and Stetler gets the bucket. Grayson George drives in, and will have it blocked by Stetler.
That's a good block by
It was a big block. Nice hustle by Casey Argenbright. And the bucket. Dang it.
That makes it 16-15.
16-15, just like that. They score 5 points as 10 or 4 points as Tanner Klug gets the bucket, and he'll go to the line to try to tie this one up. Foul is on Logan Weedle. As getting ready to come in is Charlie Lynn, looks like.
Owens replaced Weedle.
Rebound by McCulloch. McCulloch will bring it down. Back to Grayson George. Back to Argenbright. Casey to set it up. 5:50 left to go in the second quarter. 16-15 Lions with the lead. Grayson on the outside goes into McCulloch, and
A 32 steals it again.
another steal.
Kaiser's got 3 of those.
He is so quick with the hands. There you go.
And extends his long arms out there with that quickness, too.
Charlie Lynn checks in for Dylan Crossan.
Charlie's going to soften him up just a little bit here.
Charlie's going to come in and work him a little bit. Back on the outside goes to Grayson George. Grayson looks on the inside. Gets it back to Owens. Back to Argenbright. Gets a McCulloch. McCulloch from the free throw line. Back to Grayson George from the free throw line. Up and good. Nice shot by Grayson. 18-15 as Grayson hits one just in between the free throw line and the three-point line. Smith on the outside, guarded by Argenbright, picks up his dribble, gets it to Stetler. Stetler, swing pass over to Kaiser. Kaiser back to Stetler. Oh, Grayson, I thought had a one blocked from behind. They get him with the foul. That'll be his second personal foul on Grayson. If I remember right, Stetler is a pretty good free throw shooter.
Yes.
First time we met. First shot is up and good. Yoxel will check in as well as Logan Weedle as McCulloch and Grayson will take a breather. Also checking in will be for the Cardinals, number 34, which is Becker, and number 12, Richards. Second shot coming.
It'd really be nice to get third foul on Smith and the second foul on Stetler here.
Second shot is up, and it's off the mark. Rebound by Charlie Lynn. Nice job, Charlie, to box him out. Back to Argenbright to set up. 4:45 left to go in the first half. 18-16 Lions with the lead. Argenbright on the outside goes to Owens. Back to Charlie Lynn. Charlie. Back to Argenbright. Argenbright, as they fight through the picks on the inside, very tight, goes back to Charlie Lynn. Charlie back to Owens. Owens back to Argenbright. Good ball movement by the Minneapolis as they're trying to work some screens around, but very tight defense.
Coach Shoup complaining about a hole down underneath when they set that pick. They've got Yoxel with a walk there, but the turnover is to, Hoisington.
And out of bounds off of Minneapolis, it'll stay with Cardinals. So Hoisington inbounds as the big guy, Stetler, will inbounds. That's an interesting concept.
It is, isn't it?
Stetler gets it into Kaiser for three. It's off the mark. Rebounded by Weedle. Weedle back to Argenbright. Becker was all over Weedle right there. Argenbright rolls the right-hand side, picks up his dribble, gets it into Yoxel. Yoxel back to Weedle. Weedle on the outside, back to Owens.
There we go. There's a third foul on Smith. That'll help.
Yep.
Guess who took that player control foul right there?
Casey Argenbright. So,
perfect position. A little bit of acting, but still part of the ball game.
I think he goes to Ms. Bergman's forensics classes. But
Tyrell Owens to inbounds, gets it into Argenbright. Argenbright back to Weedle. Weedle playing tight on the outside, back to Yoxel. Yoxel back to Argenbright. It's into Lynn, gets it back to Yoxel. Back to Weedle. Casey rolls around the right-hand side, gets it back to Yoxel from the free throw line, and looks at it, drives in, back to Charlie. Oh my, wow. Charlie gets it blocked, but there was some body on that, no call. Gets it back on the outside, shot is up and off the mark, rebounded by Tyrell Owens. Owens up to Argenbright. Minneapolis has some numbers, and they call timeout. So Minneapolis will call timeout at the 3:02 mark, as looks like Grayson George and McCulloch will check back in. Good hustle by the Lions as they've got the 18-16 lead here at the 3:02 mark. We'll take a break. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
And it's fun. It's Minneapolis Raceway. Minneapolis Raceway has brought you exciting races to Central Kansas and will continue the tradition. Minneapolis Raceway will give you and your family some of the most exciting races ever seen. Go Lions!
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast to the Lions games. Join them as they support student activities and the teachers of Minneapolis Junior Senior High School. Go Lions, we're with you all the way.
Welcome back to Beloit, Kansas, as Minneapolis will have the ball here. 3:02 left to go in the second quarter. 18-16. Lions have the ball underneath their own basket. Grayson George to inbounds. Gets it into Logan Weedle. Logan at the top, back to Argenbright. Casey back to Grayson. Grayson rolls around the right-hand side. Backs it off, gets it back to Argenbright. Argenbright back to Weedle. They had George cutting. Grayson for three, off the mark, and it's going to be rebounded by Logan Weedle. Logan from the free throw line, shot up and good. Nice job by Logan to go after that and get that as Minneapolis gets the bucket.
We had numbers, but their pass was just not there. It was good presence of mind by Logan to pull up, take that 8-foot jumper, and it's nothing but
Becker
net.
travels with it, and the steal right there by Logan Weedle. Nice job by Logan. Minneapolis has numbers that come in. Logan off the glass, no good. And they got a foul. .34, Luke Becker with the foul. And Logan Weedle will go to the line. Two shots coming for Logan. 16 foul. First shot is up and good by senior Logan Weedle. 21-16. Second shot coming.
That's our biggest lead so far.
Second shot is on its way and off the mark. And rebounded by McCulloch. Nice job, Keegan McCulloch. Can't finish it though, as they get the bucket, get the foul, rebound by Becker.
Wow, that was close.
Nice hustle by Keegan on the inside, just couldn't finish it. That would have been a huge one right there.
I think he was aware of the big boy.
Beaverly gets it in, and the steal right there by Dylan Crossan up to Keegan McCulloch. McCulloch wisely backs it down, back to Logan Weedle, back to Argenbright, back to Grayson in the corner for three, and it's good. Nice job, Grayson George, as he hits a three from the corner.
You know, great job finding your shooters, and George all alone on the baseline.
Good three passes, three opportunities right there. Logan Weedle had the top of the key, swings it over to Argenbright. Argenbright had a look. Argenbright draws the defense out on him. Grayson George is right open in the corner. Nice job by the Lions. They have a lead, 24-16. We will take a break. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
Bennington State Bank is proud to sponsor the Minneapolis Lions this season. They're proud to be a part of their great community and strive for excellence in their school curriculum and athletics. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank, with offices in Bennington, Minneapolis, Salina, and Wamego. Member FDIC.
Where do you go when you need groceries? Jeans IGA, of course. Jeans is proud to be a sponsor of Minneapolis sports and hopes that you will encourage your children to be as competitive in the classroom as they are in sports. Jeans IGA, a proud sponsor of today's game.
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA News Talk, and 99 KG Country is a proud sponsor of Lions sports coverage. Listen to live broadcast on 910KINA.com or on your local Eagle Cable, Channel 8.
Welcome back to Beloit, Kansas. 13-5 run here in the second quarter. Lions with the lead here as they've got the 24-16 lead as Beaverly will bring it down for the Cardinals. Guarded by Argenbright, gets it over to Kaiser. Kaiser back to Becker. Kaiser on the inside. Nice shot by Kaiser. He is such a smooth ball player.
He's slick.
And the shot is up. And the bucket counts. Did they count it?
Yes.
Yes, nice job, Logan Weedle, as he takes it in and he gets the bucket and the foul. Nice job. Logan will go back to the line for an M1 here. Foul was on.
No, they're not.
No.
They're not counting it.
Well, he went like that though, Dale.
And they've put it on. No. Okay, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Called it on the floor.
Called it on the floor. No basket. Okay. Logan makes the first one. Have another one coming here.
They put the bucket up on the board. Now they're going to wait to see if he gets some free throws to match it.
He did.
Oh. Nope. So, darn it. Yeah, Cardinals will have the ball here, 25-18. Ball goes, swing pass back to Kaiser. Kaiser guarded tight. Back over to Beaverly. Beaverly in the inside. And the steal, and a foul on Becker. Nice job as Grayson George gets position on the inside, and Grayson will walk the other end for a one-on-one. Becker gets his second personal foul.
Yes. 18 fouls on Hoisington. Minneapolis starting to get to the free throw line here. This could get be to our advantage for sure.
Dustin Broder checks in for Stetler.
1:07 remaining in the half. Lions up by 7.
Grayson makes the first one, 26-18. He'll have another one coming. Second shot is on its way, and it's good. Makes them both. We'll go back in the hands of Beaverly to bring it down for the Cardinals. Minute left in the ball game. Back in the first half. Sorry about that. Kaiser back on the outside, goes to Richards. Richards back to Beaverly for a three. It's off the mark. And there's a foul called on Broder as Crossan was trying to get position.
He got ruled out of bounds.
He got ruled out of bounds.
I glanced down there, and Dylan's feet were almost above his shoulders down at the way Broder was riding him out of there.
Chance for a 10-point lead or more. 54.6 seconds remaining in the half.
Shot is up and off the mark. Ball will go back to Beaverly. Crossan usually pretty reliable from the free throw line and missed the front end of the one-on-one right there. Next time we'll be in a double bonus as Beaverly has the ball for the Cardinals.
McCulloch is right with Kaiser out there, and we're not going to let him have.
There's another one. This time he travels with it. So I thought he lowered his shoulder. He lowered his shoulder on that one. I thought they might call him on that one, but instead it will go back with the Lions with the turnover.
Here comes a little half-court trap. We're going to have to be watching for it. Logan does a good job getting it back over to the other side.
Back to Argenbright. 23 seconds left. Minneapolis will set for a last-second shot here. 16 seconds left. Back to Argenbright. Casey. Back to Grayson. 10 seconds. Back to Logan. Into Crow.
That'll be the double bonus.
Wow, we got bailed out there.
Maybe we did get bailed out as that is on Kaiser. Is that his?
Broder.
No, Crow. Okay. Sorry. Broder.
Dylan's warmed up now. They got to get these two.
All Out the back of the rim, he misses the front end of the 2 shot.
Oh, they'd say it's just 2 on 42. I could have sworn it was his 3rd.
I got him with 2.
Second shot coming. And he makes it.
There we go.
As Owens is going to check in. Wise choice. Grayson's got 2 fouls. It's probably a wise choice right there.
Get him out of harm's way.
Yeah. They're going to bring in, they're going to bring Smith back in. That's interesting.
28 to 18, 4.2 ticks on the clock. They got to take it the whole length of the floor to score.
Yep. So.
No fouls, Lions.
Yeah.
Except for a charge taken by Casey Argenbright.
Yeah. And Smith brings up his 4th.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? And Smith takes it all the way in.
He traveled, didn't he?
Yep, didn't make it. Nice job. Doesn't make. He traveled took it all the way into the hole, but couldn't get it to finish.
Well, I'm glad that rolled off.
Oh, I am too. 28 to 18 at the end of the first half. Minneapolis has a great run there in the second quarter as they take a 10-point lead at the half. We will go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back with some stats. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8. Welcome back to Beloit, Kansas. Second round of SubState here as the Minneapolis Lions and the Hoisington Cardinals at the half. Lions with the 28 to 18 lead. A great second quarter by Minneapolis, Mike and Dale, as they come out and they fire 17 points up and get a couple big 3-pointers, one by Grayson and one by Logan, and they get some nice buckets and hit some free throws, and Minneapolis takes a nice lead, and they did a nice job of controlling their big guys on the down low as well.
Did a great job. Minneapolis playing the good defense that Coach Shoup likes. A few point totals here for you. Hoisington Cardinals first. Tanner Klug with 2 points. Derek Kaiser, who started out hot first quarter, we found him on the court later on, limited him to 2 points in the second quarter. He had 6.
8. Is that right?
Before, yeah, that is 8. I'm sorry.
Sorry about that.
Addition. That's Luke Becker with just 1 point. Stetler ended up with 7, and that's the scoring. It is Kaiser with 8. For Minneapolis, the big 2 scoring threats for Minneapolis both had 10 points. Grayson George had 10. Logan Weedle had 10. Both outside shooters had 2 threes. They're just almost identical scoring in the first half. Both had 10 points. Dylan Crossan had 3 points, and Keegan McCulloch had 5 big points inside, in and around the bucket. Gives Minneapolis 28.
Kind of interesting, and I'm perfectly okay with this, but if we had a shot selection card that we could stick up in front of the camera and show you, for Hoisington, almost all their points have been on the inside in the paint. If you look back at that now,
had no outside shots.
Kaiser's taken a couple outside shots, but he hasn't hit them. But yeah, they've almost all been on the inside, and you know that's to Minneapolis's advantage from the standpoint if they can continue to work those guys down low, and they've got some foul issues as well. So
Smith with 3 personal fouls, as you mentioned, and almost. If we positioned ourselves right at the end of the first half, he drove all the way into the rack. Could have maybe picked up a charge there, but he has 3 fouls. Stetler has 1, Broder has 2, and Becker has 2. For Minneapolis, George had 2, and really no one else in foul trouble at all. Pretty good first half for Minneapolis.
Yeah, pretty good.
That second foul out of Stetler, though, didn't we?
No, we never did. Minneapolis struggled in the first half. First quarter was had 7 total turnovers in the first half. They kind of settled down in the second quarter. Hoisington had 5 turnovers, and that's definitely unofficial. But Minneapolis coming in now. The last time we played them, the third quarter, we just were terrible.
I think Coach Shoup will have them lined out. We're not going to have a drop-off here tonight. This is all she wrote for the season. You win and move on, and this is a critical quarter, as you mentioned, Scott. Minneapolis needs to play well here in the third quarter to hold off this. This Hoisington team can score a bunch of points. We had a 5-point lead, and all of a sudden, 2 possessions down the floor, and we were tied up. So they can shoot. They can put the ball in the hole, and especially with a guy 6'7" inside.
Yeah, they can, and you know that they're going to take it in they're going to take it into them. So
we've had some real nice instances of defense, especially down low between George and Crossan especially. They posted up and knocked the ball away from the big dudes, and that was real crucial amidst those scoring drives that we had.
Yeah, that's a very good point, Dale. As we did, and you look at it, they've done a nice job of boxing out on the rebounding side. Now in the first quarter, it was kind of we kind of took a while to get our feet under us and get our position, but it seemed like in the second quarter they did a much better job of working position-wise to get the position down low and to box those out. And we saw some fouls created on the Hoisington side and allowed Minneapolis to go to the free throw line, and just an overall a great second quarter for the Lions.
It took a little while for us to get our shots to fall, too.
Yes.
Once that happened, it was
Mike,
KDR the door.
what does the Lions need to do here in the second half?
You know, it's all going to be on the defensive end and rebounding. If we can limit the second chance points of the Hoisington Cardinals in close, and that means boxing out and rebounding on the defensive end, we'll be fine. Minneapolis doing a great job finding the shooters, and so far we're hitting that outside shot, which is pretty evident with the score, Minneapolis up by 10.
Absolutely. As I believe Hoisington will have the ball to start the second half, as they do, as Lions have their starting lineup out on the floor, and it looks like the Hoisington Cardinals do as well. So Hoisington will have the ball here to start the second half as Demmel will inbounds to Smith. Gets it into Smith. Smith will set it up for the Cardinals. Smith drives down, gets it back on the inside. Back to Demmel, a deep three off the mark and rebounded by Casey Argenbright. That was a deep three by Demmel. Gets it into Crossan. Crossan on the floor, and there's a jump ball.
Well, possession arrows to Minneapolis.
Wow.
No one really had possession of that ball. It was bounding around in there.
Yeah, it was. Minneapolis will inbounds underneath their own basket. Grayson George to inbounds. So gets it into Logan Weedle. Logan back to Argenbright. Casey back to Logan. Swing pass over to Casey. Casey back to Crossan. Back to Logan for three. Off the mark. Rebounded by Kaiser.
It's a good look.
It was a good look. Kaiser gets it back to Smith. Smith to bring it down for the Cardinals. Gets it back to Klug. Klug back to Kaiser. Kaiser looks at a three. Backs it away. Gets it back to Smith. Smith takes the three. Rebounded by McCulloch.
Weedle was doing the same thing that happened to Crossan earlier.
Out on Kaiser, just not letting Kaiser have an open look, as he torched us for three in a row there at the start of the third quarter down in Hoisington.
There's a turnover right there as they will have Grayson. Grayson's going to pick up number 3 right there as Smith takes it all the way in.
He waited on him so he could draw the foul. It was, you got to let him just leave him alone.
Yeah, yep. Smith will go to the line for an and one here. Shot is on its way, and it's good. 3-point play by the Cardinals gets the first points of the second half for both squads. Ball will come into Argenbright. Casey will set it up for Minneapolis. Casey back to Logan Weedle, back to Grayson George. Grayson into McCulloch. McCulloch shot is off the mark. Grayson with the rebound and the putback. Nice job by Grayson to get the rebound. Keegan did a nice job of backing his man away and had a good look on the fadeaway. Grayson with a great rebound and the putback. Smith with the ball back on the outside goes to Demmel. Demmel into the big guy. Turnover back to Logan Weedle. Back to Argenbright. Argenbright will bring it down for the Lions. Keegan spin moves into Argenbright. Casey would drive it in into Crossan. Crossan in the lane. There's a tie-up down there as Minneapolis will turn it over back to the Cardinals. Richards checks in. Let's see which one. Number 12, Richards checks in for the Cardinals. Smith will bring it down. Guarded by Argerbright. Back to Demmel. Demmel guarded by Weedle. Demmel tries, picks it up, back to Smith. Smith takes it all the way into the bucket. Smith, did he have any points in the first half? He's got 5 now. So Smith, they're scoring right now. Argerbright with the ball. 30-23, Lions with the lead. Into McCulloch. From the free throw line, shot is off the mark and rebounded by Demmel. Keegan had a good look. A little bit too hard. Couldn't finish it. Smith back to Kaiser for 3. Off the mark, rebounded by McCulloch. Oh my goodness, that's a foul right there.
Good call. The big guy.
The big guy, Cody Stetler.
Now we got his second one, Dale.
So.
We can get Jeremy Smith's 4th and Stetler's 3rd.
Wouldn't hurt my feelings.
They'd be in trouble.
5:09, 30-23 left in the third quarter. Lions with the lead. Back to McCulloch. McCulloch back to Weedle. Weedle on the outside goes to McCulloch. Into Crossan and off the hands of the Cardinals. It'll stay with Minneapolis.
Stetler with a long reach, just able to tip that away, or Dillon would have had a bunny.
Grayson George to inbounds. Back to Logan, back to Casey. Casey looks at 3. Grayson will take it though. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Stetler. Minneapolis missed a couple threes. And Logan Weedle takes it right out of his hands. Nice job, Logan Weedle. Back to Argerbright.
Great steal.
That was a beautiful steal. Smith was still going the hole to shoot it, and he just took it right out of him. Nice job. Grayson George, little pop, up and good. Nice job by Grayson as he drives and pops.
Back to 32-23, the 9-point advantage.
Smith with the ball. Guarded by Argerbright. As he rolls around. Picks up his dribble. Back out to Richards. Richards back to Demmel. Demmel guarded by Weedle. Back on the outside to Kaiser. Kaiser. Oh!
Blocking foul on George.
That's going to be 4 on Grayson, too.
Good night.
Grayson had great position, too, and gosh darn it. Grayson had great position, I felt, on that, but it goes to the big guy.
3:58 mark here, third quarter.
First shot is up and good by Stetler, who's been perfect from the line. Grayson George will sit down as Tyrell Owens checks in. Bieberly also checks in for the Cardinals. Second shot coming by the freshman. Shot is up and it is good as well. He is such a smooth ball player. So Klug and I believe Becker checks in. Minneapolis will have the ball 32-25. 3:53 left to go in the third quarter. McCulloch on the outside. Off the glass, no good. Great rebound by Dillon, crossing in the putback. Nice job by Dillon as he gets the backside rebound and the putback. 34-25.
That was Stetler on the bench. Guys know they can get that inside shot.
Tries all the way in. And a timeout is called by the Cardinals after the bucket as he Klug, I believe, drove all the way in for the bucket. 34-27, timeout called by Hoisington. We'll take one with him. 34-27, you're listening to 910 KNA.com.
Farm Bureau's wide range of insurance and financial products help protect what's most important, your family, auto, home, and other possessions. Call your Farm Bureau Financial Services agent in Minneapolis, George Dressy. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company.
Let's make it delicious. Let's make it fast. Let's make it a meal from KT's in downtown Minneapolis. KT's, home of the almost world-famous hamburger. KT's wishes the Lions best wishes during the upcoming season. The State Bank of Delphus and the Ottawa County Bank in Minneapolis are locally owned community banks, committed to making your banking experience as easy and personal as possible. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Beloit as Minneapolis will have the ball, as on the floor is McCulloch, Owens, Argenbright, Yoxel, as well as Weedle, and looks like they will pick up a trap here. Try to pick up, that's a man, they're not going to trap, so Argenbright will bring it down for the Lions, guarded by Beaverly. Casey rolls around the right-hand side. It's back to Owens. Owens, picked up and saved by McCulloch. Wow, nice hustle by Keegan McCulloch and Logan Weedle. Gets his man up in the air, shot is up and good. Nice job by Keegan as he takes it right to Kaiser.
He wanted that one.
Ball's in the hands of Beaverly. He'll drive all the way in. Oh, blocked by McCulloch, picked up by Argenbright. Nice job by Keegan McCulloch with the block.
Senior didn't want his season in tonight, does he?
No, he doesn't. Ball goes back in the hands of Yoxel. Yoxel on the outside, back to Weedle. Weedle looks into McCulloch. Back to Argenbright. Back to Yoxel. Casey drives all the way in, gets his man all the way up, and it's going to be blocked out of bounds. Casey had 3 trees all around him, as John Darrow will check in as well for Tyrell Owens, as also checking in will be Stetler as he checks in for Richards.
You know, Minneapolis having their way down low, and Hoisington's coach quick to get the big 6'7" guy right back in there.
Yeah, he shows the sophomore's maturity at least.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine what he's going to be like as a senior?
Held back or something, you know what I mean?
What was that?
He's got to be one of those kids that's kind of held back.
Held back, yeah. Logan Weedle back to
Not grade-wise.
John Michael. McCulloch drives in and has it blocked, and it'll be a tie-up. It'll stay with Minneapolis. Should be Lions ball underneath the basket as Logan Weedle will pull the trigger.
Yes.
36-27.
Possession arrow still with Minneapolis.
Back to Darrow. Darrow rolls around, drives, back to Weedle. They are really playing us a lot tighter on the three-point, not giving us very many looks. Matter of fact, they've only had 2 decent looks. They only had 2 shots from the three-point range. Ball goes into Yoxel. Yoxel drives in. Oh, my goodness, nice job, Andrew Yoxel.
That's against a 6'7" guy.
Andrew showing his great moves and feet speed right there. Ball goes into the big guy, and there's a push-off. My goodness, where in the world is that one? Stetler gets the bucket. They will call it next time. I have a feeling. I hope. Ball goes back on the outside to Darrow. Minute 26 left here in the third quarter, 38-29. Back to McCulloch. McCulloch will back it out to Yoxel.
We'd be willing to go into the fourth quarter leading 38-29. I think Coach Shoup wants to take some time off the clock here.
Back to McCulloch, and they're not going to let him. McCulloch drives back to Yoxel. Yoxel, there's a foul right there. One of the bigs got him.
Kaiser.
A lot less fouls in this half than
Yeah.
it was first half. Just 2 team fouls apiece.
Just his first.
It's his first foul, wow. Logan Weedle inbounds. Gets it into John Michael. Back to Argenbright. Casey will bring it around to set it up. Casey back to John Michael. Back to McCulloch. McCulloch will back it away, 38 seconds left. They then come out on him. Back to Argenbright. Argenbright backs away. Back to Yoxel. Back to Argenbright. Back to Yoxel. Back to Argenbright. 12 seconds left. Minneapolis will run it. Back to McCulloch. Drives in, up and good. Nice job, Keegan McCulloch, and he gets it. Wow, that was beautiful, guys. Keegan McCulloch takes it in with the left hand, gets the scoop in. 40-29. Great finish by Keegan McCulloch right there. That was beautiful, guys. As McCulloch works it around, we had some dead air there because I was just stunned. I was stunned with the ball movement there, guys.
It was a layup on it. Should have been the left side, but the big guy was behind him, so he used the right hand and kissed that baby off the glass. That was a beautiful shot.
Got some young guys out there. I know.
And the spandex that the linebackers brought years ago.
So I know.
The MHS spandex.
Yeah, if they turn around, we could get a good view of them. But nice job by the MHS boys out there that they turn around and get the. So I think Corman's one of them. Zach Allison's another one, and I can't tell who it is.
Allison.
Forte,
and the other one was Weston Penn.
Weston Penn. Okay,
yeah.
So.
We outscored them by one. That's just fine with me. The third quarter was a success for Minneapolis. Great job limiting Hoisington to 11 points. Minneapolis doing a great job on the defensive end. Pretty clean game so far.
Grayson is not back in, as on the floor will be McCulloch, Weedle, Argenbright, Darrow, and Crossan. Smith with the ball for the Cardinals. Rolls around, looks inside. They get it inside. Off the mark, rebounded by Darrow. Nice rebound by John Michael. Gets it back to Argenbright.
Good to see the big guy miss inside.
Back to Crossan. Crossan back to Darrow. Back to... Wow, they are just beating the living daylights out of them. There's a travel. Thank you very much. So
boy, they're reaching in on
Dylan.
They
are. They are big time. And Kaiser gets up smiling about it. So, because he knew he fouled him.
Twice.
Back to Argenbright. Casey will bring it, set it up. 7:26, 40-29. Oh, Casey.
That was ticky-tack.
Yeah.
You see that all the time.
Payback.
Good acting.
It was very good. Casey's. It's happened to Casey throughout the year. Yeah. So Casey will pick up the foul. Third team foul by the Lions. Smith with the ball. Yes, he'll bring it down for the Cardinals. Back to Demel. Demel picked up by McCulloch after the turnover.
McCulloch, great hands down on the baseline, picks up that loose ball. Oh my, we aren't in that big of a hurry, guys.
Dumped it right into the feet of Crossan. He couldn't handle it.
There's a walk. My goodness. Weedle with the rebound.
First there was a charge, then there was a walk.
Oh, they're letting them play now. 6:46. Back to Weedle. Weedle on the outside. And another foul on the inside. Comes back the other direction. Smith with the ball. Shot off the mark. And he's on the line. Oh.
He was.
Wow. Ball comes back the other direction. Still in the hands of Kaiser with the three right there. Wow. 3-point shot there by Kaiser.
40-30.
40-32. Sorry about that. Minneapolis crowd on the other side saying about time, as the foul is called on number 20 for Brady Demel, his first personal.
3 team fouls each. And quite a ways to go before we get to the one-on-one.
Ball will be inbounds into McCulloch. McCulloch will bring it down for Lions back to Argenbright. Casey on the outside. Back to Weedle. Weedle into McCulloch. There we go. Thank you very much.
It was definitely a foul.
Yeah, I can't believe that the other guy didn't call it, but Hoisington coach wants it. But Kaiser only his second foul, though. 2 shots coming by McCulloch. First shot is on its way and off the mark. Minneapolis yet to score here in the fourth quarter. Second shot coming by the senior leader is up and good. 41-32. Hoisington has the ball here as it is in the hands of Smith. Smith back to Demmel. Demmel back to Smith. And it's off the hands of McCulloch, out of bounds. Good defense by Keegan.
Fronting the big guy. Want to let him get the ball down on the low block. He's almost automatic down low.
Cardinals to inbounds. Gets it into Smith. And Smith drives it all the way in. Wow. I'll tell you, he's had a good second half, Smith has, with 3 fouls. Senior leader back to McCulloch. Back to Crossan. Crossan is fouled from behind on Kaiser. Nice job by Crossan as he gets the backside rebound, and he will go to the line to shoot 2.
Good.
Coach taking a timeout that
Yeah.
he can't take.
Yeah. Crossan will have 2 at the line here. First shot coming by. Crossan is up and off the further rim. Second shot coming. Shot is on its way and good as he adjusts and makes the second one.
You think we'll see Grayson George make an appearance here again?
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Smith will bring it down for Cardinals, guarded by Argenbright. Demmel for 3. That's short, way short. Oh, wow. Wow. Nice save. They don't box him out, and they get the save and the bucket as Stetler gets the ball. And the steal, and then the steal the other direction. Way to go, Casey Argenbright. Get a
Got
steal
it right back.
both directions. Nice job by Argenbright. Casey was double teamed at the top. Up, up. So Minneapolis will call a timeout here. About had the ball stolen away from them again. Wow, they are aggressive. 42-36. Minneapolis up by 8, but it's 4:53 left to go in the ball game. We will take a break. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
City Pharmacy has brought to you quality
point lead.
professional pharmaceuticals since 1963. Joe and Amber Wool will help you with your
Yeah, they're
medications, durable
hacking
medical
and a reaching
equipment,
and a grabbing,
cosmetics,
aren't they?
gifts, and greeting cards. Your hometown pharmacy, City Pharmacy, downtown Minneapolis.
Ada Grain is proud to be a sponsor of Lions Sports
Grayson back
and
in
hope
there
that
about
the boys and girls
4
have a
minutes. Well,
successful
I think I
season.
put him in.
Ada Grain believes that sports and a quality education go hand in hand, building strong bodies and minds.
Roth Repair has been a fixture in Minneapolis for some time now. Fixture, get it? Roth Repair can fix, replace, maintain, patch, build, remodel, and mend just about anything. The work is professional and the cost is reasonable. Roth Repair, Minneapolis. Call them today if you need something done right the first time.
Welcome back to Beloit, Kansas, as Minneapolis will have the ball to inbounds here. 4:53 left to go in the ball game. 6-point lead for the Lions, 42-36. Argenbright to inbounds. As they will get it in. Gets it in and then turned over. Gosh darn it.
Always a chance to get it down to 4 here
Yeah.
or less.
We've let him back into this, guys. Albee brings it in, and a steal right there by Grayson George. Nice job, Grayson George. That was absolute perfect timing by Grayson George, and a huge mistake by the Cardinals. Smith with the ball on the outside, picks up his dribble, gets it on the inside, and a steal right there by Crossan and the foul. Oh, no! Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Stetler had him on the arm.
Fronting that
Wow.
play to the big guy.
Great job on the defensive end there, Minneapolis.
Oh, my goodness. I'll calm down a little bit here, folks. Sorry about that. As turnover on Crossan, as he said he traveled with it. The Cardinals inbounds. Kaiser's shot is off the mark and rebounded by Becker. Puts it up and good. Back to Grayson George. Grayson back to McCulloch. McCulloch brings it down across the timeline. Shot is up and off the mark. Over the back is Stetler. My God.
There's nobody. He was over, but
Please has his charge. No! Oh!
Good call. He was not set.
Oh!
Grayson George is gone at 4:07 mark.
He's gone.
And that silly little foul on the first half. Trying to block that layup. Costing him.
Yep. Hats off to Grayson George.
He's scored lots of points to get us this lead we've got.
Shoop is talking to him about this because they have just been butchering us and there's been no calls. And that's an unfortunate situation right there. Hats off to Grayson
They
George.
called that on the floor. They're going to play it in under their own basket.
44-38, 4:07 to go in regulation.
Grayson George is out with 5 fouls. Nice inbound pass right there. And the steal. Logan Weedle. Wow.
Well, we dodged another bullet there. A possession arrow to Minneapolis. 3:55 left in this contest, and we cannot take care of the ball.
Logan Weedle back to McCulloch. Kaiser is all over him. 3:46 left. Argenbright bring it down. 4-point lead for the Lions. Back to Darrow. Darrow back on the outside. Back to Crossan. Crossan back to Argenbright. Back to Weedle. Back to Crossan. Back to McCulloch. There's a foul on Kaiser.
Good.
4.
6th team foul.
Send McCulloch to the line. That should be 7. Should be a 1-and-1.
No, there was just 5 up there a second.
Oh, there's just 5. Okay. Okay. Darn it.
That is 4 on Kaiser, though.
Go. Back to McCulloch. McCulloch drives in. Back on the outside to Crossan. Back to McCulloch. Back to Argenbright. 3:12 left to go in the ball game. Casey picks it up. Back to John Michael.
The best thing you can do is just stay on the move.
There you go. And that's 5. There you go.
He's gone.
Now they stood up and cheered when Grayson got fouled, and that evens it up right there.
Takes away that 3-point threat, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. So, you know, and the Hoisington fans are not liking it here, but that's that is pretty obvious. So,
and 1-and-1 for Casey Argenbright.
This is when we got to hit the free throws, guys.
Not that I want to be greedy, but we need them both.
What was that?
I said not that I want to be greedy, but we need them.
We need them both. Exactly. Argenbright at the line for a 1-on-1. And he misses it. Ball will go back in the hands of Beaverly. Beaverly back to Smith. 4-point lead for the Lions. Smith on the outside, picks it up. Beaverly for 3. Off the mark, Weedle with the rebound. Back to McCulloch.
That was fortunate.
Yes.
McCulloch. Back to Darrow. Darrow on the outside, back to Crossan. And that's a foul on Beaverly.
Well, we got bailed out there because Crossan walked with the ball and fouled at the same time, so wonderful call.
Just the first foul on Beaverly. Crossan getting ready to, we'll shoot a 1-on-1 here.
2 big throws right here.
Man, 2 1 and 1.
Cannot miss it. Cannot make it right now. Wow. An acrobatic shot by Becker makes it a 2-point ball game, 44-42. Back to Cross on the outside, back to Darrow. 2 minutes left to go in the ball game. Lions up by 2. And Crow, nice job. Keegan McCulloch takes it all the way in to finish that one. Great job by the senior Keegan McCulloch. That's a great finish right there. Smith, and stolen by Argenbright. Good job by Minneapolis. And a timeout called by the Lions as Yoxel will come in for Crossan. Nice job by Keegan McCulloch. A great steal by Argenbright down low there, Mike.
Big steal by Casey, but how about that layup by McCulloch? Took it right into the 6'7" Stetler and just right off the glass.
Well, that was big time needed. And he threaded the needle between the two guys and did a great job. So let's take a quick break. 46-42, minute 42 left to go in the ballgame.
It's fast, it's furious, and it's fun. It's Minneapolis Raceway. Minneapolis Raceway has brought you exciting races to Central Kansas and will continue the tradition. Minneapolis Raceway will give you and your family some of the most exciting races ever seen. Go Lions!
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast to the Lions games. Join them as they support student activities and the teachers of Minneapolis Junior Senior High School. Go Lions, we're with you all the way.
Bennington State Bank is proud to sponsor the Minneapolis Lions this season. They're proud to be a part of their great community and strive for excellence in their school curriculum and athletics. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank, with offices in Bennington, Minneapolis, Salina, and Wamego. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Beloit, Kansas. Lions will have the ball underneath their own basket here. Minute 42 left in the ball game, 4-point lead. Logan Weedle inbounds. Got to get it in. They get it into McCulloch. Back to Darrow. Back to Argenbright. Argenbright pulls it back to Darrow. Yeah, that's fine with me. Foul that boy all the time. I'm glad to see that.
I was going to say it'd be smart to foul Argenbright, and they wait till the ball gets in the hands of Darrow, and they foul an 83% free throw shooter.
There you go. Nice job, John Michael, as he hits the first one.
We
needed that one. It rattled in, but we needed that one. Second shot coming.
This one will be net. All net.
And McCulloch, yes, Yoxel comes away with it. Back out the door. Great hustle by Keegan McCulloch, as well as Andrew Yoxel. And Yoxel's going to get fouled. Nice job by Andrew Yoxel and Keegan McCulloch. Great job down there.
Back got draped over the back of Stetler.
Yeah.
Loose into Yoxel's hands.
We're in the double bonus now, guys.
Yes. Excellent.
So Yoxel will be at the line for 2.
47-42, 1:27 remaining.
And gosh darn it, we cannot make a free throw tonight, guys.
50% or less this half.
Worse than that, Dale.
3 out of 9.
What's this referee's problem?
Well, they put the foul up on Yoxel, and it should have been on 34 Becker. So they put it up on Yoxel. So Yoxel will have 2. Have another one coming here.
Good.
Can't make any of them. Wow. Minute 24 left to go. 5-point ball game, 47-42. Beverly back to Smith. Smith on the outside. Drives in. And he gets the bucket. Wow.
And foul on McCulloch.
Wow, that was impressive. That is amazing. Minute 8 left to go. Minneapolis can't buy a free throw. And the Cardinals are throwing up, and they're getting them to go drop in. And he will have one here, as Smith has had a superb second half.
Minute left in this contest. Minneapolis cannot hit a free throw. We will lose this ball game.
Yep.
I guarantee you.
First foul on McCulloch. Amazing.
Off the mark, rebounded by McCulloch as Keegan gets there's a foul. Thank you very much. Stetler will pick up his third foul as McCulloch will go to shoot 2. 47-44, minute 5 left.
Right here is where you got to step up. Your senior is at the free throw line. You have to make both these free throws right here.
And he does. Makes the first one. Nice job by senior Keegan McCulloch as he makes the first one as the Cardinals get a couple new players in. Second throw coming by McCulloch here. Minute 5. 4-point lead for the Lions. Second shot is on its way and good. Nice job, Keegan McCulloch, as he hits them both. As Yoxel is going to check in for, who's he checking in for? Dylan Crossan.
Back to the 5-point lead, 49-44, 105 remaining in regulation.
Smith with the ball for the Cardinals. Wow.
Boy, he drives to the basket, don't he?
Yeah, he does. Walk to the basket. And foul is going to be called on Minneapolis, number McCulloch. His third personal foul, second personal foul. Smith at the line to shoot 2 here. First one is up and good. Senior, is he a senior? Yes, he is. Senior leader for the Cardinals. As Richards, as well as Klug check back in for the Cardinals. Second shot coming. And makes them both. McCulloch inbounds. Kind of struggle on this one. Back to Logan Weedle. And he's fouled. So Logan Weedle will walk the other direction to shoot 2.
6 fouls on the line, so from here on, Hoisington's in the 1-on-1.
57.1 seconds left. Senior Logan Weedle at the line for the Lions to shoot 2. Her shot is up and, oh, thank you, rolls in. Rolls that one in, Mike. 50-46, back to a 4-point lead.
All of a sudden, we're showing a little life at the free throw stripe.
And misses the second one. Smith will bring it down for the Cardinals. Drives in. And he... No, you're kidding me. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness.
Number 4. He
Wow.
just drives to the basket, travels, fouls, and nothing's called.
Wow. Smith at the line for a 1-on-1. Tried to bring this within 2.
Fouls in the last minute.
Fixing to be a 2-point ball game here, sports fans.
And he makes the first one. The kid is not, he's only missed 1 free throw that I know of, and he's, wow. And we cannot, we've just struggled from the line tonight, guys. And he makes them both. 30-second timeout called by the Cardinals with 48 seconds left. 2-point ball game. Lions up by 2, but we've got a timeout. We'll be back. You're listening to 910kennedy.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
I see.
Where do you go when you need groceries?
And right now, Hoisington within 2. Minneapolis has struggled from the free throw line. Full court press picked up by the Cardinals, and it's given in to McCulloch. And my gosh.
Yeah, they're going to foul right away. We're going to have to hit free throws.
We're going to have to hit the free throws, guys, because they are going to foul and foul quickly. And we're going to have to hit the free throws down the line. Becker's third personal foul.
I've got him with
Four,
four.
sorry. McCulloch will have 2 at the line. Makes
Get in
the
there.
first one.
Yeah,
Well, it's using every bit of that rim, guys. Second shot coming by McCulloch. And it's up and good. Nice job, Keegan McCulloch, as Andrew Yoxel will check in for Dylan Crossan. Back to a 4-point lead. Got to prevent them from just going to the line to shoot the free throw. You got to stop the ball.
Smith is so fast.
Smith is very quick. Smith drives. Back on the outside, 3-point shot by Becker. Off the mark. And Casey Argenby comes. Had the tie-up. Wow. Had the tie-up. 29 seconds left. Good hustle by Casey. Crossan will check back in. Tie-up will go. Actually, will stay with the Cardinals. Minneapolis.
52-48, Minneapolis by 4, 29 seconds.
They've ran this inbounds play, and they got to watch this one. They toss in the big guy.
Well,
there's a walk! Yes! Yes! There's a walk. Finally, we get it. Turnover goes back to the Lions.
That was a big turnover. Stetler with the ball down on the low block, took the extra step.
27 ticks left. Minneapolis to inbounds as Argenbright will pull the trigger.
oh, no.
I'm not sure what has happened. Minneapolis
out before the ball was in. A late whistle.
Well, their coach isn't liking the call, whatever it is.
I would tend to agree with him. Well, they have the ball.
So I'm really confused then.
Who has the ball?
Who has the ball? They had the ball.
24 seconds.
24 seconds left. Ball will stay with the Cardinals. There's a McCulloch comes away with it. Nice job, Keegan McCulloch.
Wow.
As he finally comes down with it. As Smith had a couple chances down low and couldn't get him to fall.
Boy, we dodged a bullet there.
Comes
Smith,
away with it right there.
2 shots up, and he could not get either one
Fourth
to drop.
foul on Smith.
Fourth foul on Smith as McCulloch will go to the line to shoot 2 here.
15 seconds remaining. 4-point advantage for the Lions.
Misses it. Backside of the rim. So he's got another one to shoot here. 15 seconds left to go in the ball game. We need this one, Keegan.
Nope.
Left that one short. They'll bring it down. 3-point shot is off the mark. And Logan Weedle comes away with it. Nice job by Logan as he comes away with it. And he'll go to the other end to shoot 2 here. As timeout is called by Minneapolis. As the foul, I'm not sure who was on.
John
Stetler. His 4th.
Yep.
30-second timeout called by
Scott. I think you can take a deep breath now as we're going to the free throw line with 4-point lead and 4.5 seconds left in this game.
As the senior steps up to shoot 2.
1 would be helpful here.
Yeah.
4.5 seconds remaining.
First one is up and good. Nice job, Logan Weedle, as he hits the first one.
8 of 18.
Second shot is up and good. Nice job, Logan Weedle. Gonna give a shout out to Coach Shoot's sister, who's I hear listening to us.
Wonderful.
As was told by Mom and Dad, as they told me earlier. So, oh come on! There's a travel, but he makes it. So he makes it to make it a 2-point ball game, but that's a 3-point ball game. But that's the ball game as Minneapolis comes away with the victory, and they get redemption off this over this Hoisington team. And I'll tell you, that was a tough ball game tonight, guys. This was a grudge match the entire ball game.
Hey, it's a win now. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
The finals on Saturday. That should be 7:30.
7:30, and against the winner of this next matchup, which is Beloit and Smith Center, and my money's on Beloit. So Minneapolis comes away with the victory. So
we'll be back with the stats.
54-51. We'll be back. Welcome back to Beloit, Kansas, as Minneapolis Lions come away with the victory tonight against the Hoisington Cardinals as they advance to play in the championship with the chance to go to state on Saturday night. And Minneapolis comes away with the victory tonight by a score of 54-51 as I'll tell you, my blood pressure was up. We did a great job the entire game, but the fourth quarter, Hoisington really got us shook a little bit. We couldn't hit our free throws. We'll talk about that in a second. They fought back into this, got it within 2, but Minneapolis comes away with the victory tonight against a very solid Hoisington team, one that we lost to earlier.
Just a quick glance at the free throw situation. Minneapolis, 16 of 26 from the free throw line in this ball game. There for a while, it was a lot worse than that. Scoring for Hoisington, Jeremy Smith, who just put on a show in the second half, did not score in the first half. Had 13 points for the Cardinals. Brady Demmel hit a 3 just at the buzzer, ended up with 3. Klug had 4. Derek Kaiser, who fouled out kind of early in the fourth quarter, ended up with 13. Luke Becker had 5. And Cody Statler had 13. For Minneapolis, John Darrow Jr. had 1. Andrew Yoxel had 2. Grayson George, who played sparingly in the fourth quarter, he got in with 4 minutes left in the quarter because of foul trouble, picked up his 5th foul just immediately.
Yeah.
At 16, Logan Weedle, 13 for Minneapolis. Dylan Crossan had 6. And Keegan McCulloch took this club on his back late in the game, made some free throws and a bucket or 2. Ended up with 16 points for Minneapolis.
A quiet 16. You know,
Crucial,
when you pointed that out,
though.
what was that?
Crucial rebounds.
Yeah, some big rebounds. When you pointed that out at 16, I was like, wow. 8 of 18, though, from the free throw line. We missed a lot of front ends and some one-on-ones early in the fourth quarter. But Minneapolis, they hit enough to make us come away with a victory, and they do advance to play either Smith Center or Beloit Saturday night.
18-4 record now.
18-4.
18-4. As this Hoisington team